Moving up the weight scale to the 72 kilo class and fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 71.5 kilos and is on debut this afternoon. From Mad X Gym, trained by Paul Madigan, ladies and gentlemen, Jaeg Estreich!
Right, so this will be an interesting matchup. This guy's out of Mad X Gym, Paul Madigan, and the Madigans have been around for a long time in the sport. I think when I was fighting, so that's going back 29 years ago.
Yes.
They were around back in those days.
Definitely a strong
and,
gym.
Been around for a long time.
Trained by Michael and Reberger, ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Vanilla
All right. So it's going to be hard for you to be a little bit unbiased on this fight.
I think I'll manage.
being that he's
From
one
my
of
gym.
your gym.
Yeah, yep.
And
He's
your
only,
trainers there, so very good. So
he hasn't been training with us for very long, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
right, okay, first
Yeah,
fight.
yep. It's
Get
his
him out
first
there.
fight.
Right,
He was eager to step in and just test himself, so
nice.
Michael's not a fan of getting easy fights, so of course Mad X Gym has got
He's
quite
got
a
it all-
hefty reputation, so he's definitely got his work cut out for him. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see how he goes.
Yeah. So
But yeah, sink or swim at Kaos.
yes, yeah, indeed. Ben Holly giving final instructions.
Now, he was very excited to wear his Akubra when he found out that he was fighting on a rodeo-style show.
Oh, right.
So that's the reason for the Akubra over the Mongkong.
Rightio.
I don't think you'd see that in Thailand, but it's a bit of an Aussie twist.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You see that from time to time. Everyone's got their own little nuances and their own little little things or traditions.
Yeah.
Based on our Thai backgrounds. So here he goes. Oh, our blue straight off, pushing forward straight away. So
It's a nice
and
spinning
this
back
is-
kick.
And this is often how these first fights go. It's just full on action. It looks a little bit rough, but they're doing all right. They're just they're getting in there, getting some energy. They certainly won't be able to keep that up for 3 rounds, but they'll settle it down shortly.
Yeah. That's some strong thigh kicks.
Yeah, putting those combinations together, both sides, which is good.
I think this is
Grabbing
a
those-
similar sort of scenario with like the longer, taller fighter and then the shorter fighter with heavy
Trying to get
hands.
inside, yeah. Yep. Nice. Yeah, slowing down a little bit here.
Getting into the
Shorter
groove.
guy, the shorter guy trying to throw those knees to the taller guy. Good on him.
Shin pads didn't last very long on the taller guy. And now
They're
he
sliding
bunching
down.
up down near his ankles.
Indeed, yes.
But it's amazing the mental game that fighter plays once you tell them that they've got to take those off, even though for half the fight they're down around their ankles.
Anyway, that's right, yeah. When you're fighting those shin guards. And just for those that might not know, and for new into the Muay Thai game, most fighters for their first few fights fight with shin guards on, you know, and the rule set's modified slightly so that they ease into the game. And as I said, later on tonight, we're going to watch some full Thai fights like they do in Thailand, just full rules. So we'll see how that goes. So you'll see the whole concept from beginners to, I think, some of our fighters later tonight have had 32, 33, 30 fights, 35 fights.
They've definitely been around for a while, those ones.
It's been a long time. It takes a while to rack those numbers up.
Yeah.
So here we go, round 2. Who's your pick? Who's your pick for round 1, Brooke?
I think Red Corner was real good at staying long. Like he's really good with using his reach with those knees and long kicks.
Yeah.
I think Blue though has heavy hands, so it's down to the judges. I think. Yeah.
Sometimes the busier person's not necessarily scoring.
Yeah.
It looks good because he's throwing more techniques, but it really comes down to what the judges see as a strike.
Clean shot.
A clean shot. So yeah, very hard to pick. I'm glad I'm not sitting in the judges' spot tonight.
Yeah, and it often is the way with the first time sort of fighters. They are most often really well matched. Ian does a good job at making sure that everyone's safe and in with someone else of their own calibre.
Yeah.
But it can make it a tough job for the judges.
Indeed, it certainly does. Yes.
Gassing a bit now. I think the adrenaline's sort of worn out for them.
Yeah, you can see him.
Got a few spinning back kicks. Yeah.
Oh, nice right punch there.
Yeah, that rocked his head back. I think if he's going to do those spinning shots, he needs to defend his head on the way around.
Indeed. Big deep breaths, big deep breaths.
Oh.
Both fighters. A lot of times it just depends on who's hungry at the end and who can just keep throwing even though you can't breathe.
Yes.
You just got to keep throwing. Oh, he's struggling there.
Oh, I think that was a throat punch.
Yeah. So.
Definitely breathing hard.
Very good. But yes, as you pointed out before, very well matched. No one's getting walked over.
No.
And they, as I said, hard for the judges. Let them do their job. I'm not going to I'm not going to worry about that too much.
No. I don't think it's for us to say.
No, very good. Nice work by both fighters.
And it's a very hot day too, so that would be zapping their energy. I'm sure they're not warming up in a nice aircon room or anything like that. So
I don't know if you can tell on the video there on the screen, but the sun's starting to come over on the canvas there. You can see it there now. So that sun's starting to belt in there. So
that was a good uppercut.
Nice
got a
combination. Hook. Yeah.
I think Red Corner needs to go back to using his reach because if he stands toe to toe with Bailey, I think Bailey's just going to give him his hands.
Hard,
yeah.
So Red's
his
trying
guard's
to
a
move
bit
into
open.
him.
Yeah.
And traditionally, Maddox are quite good with their knees and
definitely
and
with their
stuff
grapple
like that. So they're grappling. So they're big on that.
I think he's choking himself up. He needs to push Bailey away and
give
throw
himself
those
some
knees
room,
in. Yeah.
Give himself some room and utilise that a little bit more. But yeah, Bailey's hands they seem to be nice and heavy. So and he's just timing them nicely as he's coming in at the moment. He's just throwing that one shot or the two shots and timing it nicely. So well done to him.
No over expenditure of energy going on. I think energy tanks are running a little bit low, so they're throwing only what's necessary.
Yeah. Bang bang. Nice. Lots of shots thrown.
Combo.
There's not too many clean shots there though, but
no.
as you'd expect in the first
knee.
few fights.
They're going knee for knee at the moment.
And take it down.
His thigh was up on his shoulder then.
Nice stretch. Yeah, but Red's that's not Red's best zone there, but well done to both fighters. And,
kept it going to the end.
And again, look, a credit to the gyms nowadays that training these guys and girls to be ready for this, And it's quite a big feat to jump in there. You remember your first fight, Brooke? How long ago was that?
I do.
Long time ago.
Yeah, about 7 years.
I remember you being a little kid, I think.
Yeah.
And refereeing you a few times, and it takes a lot of nerve and a lot of heart to get in there and give it a go.
Yeah.
And even more to stay around for 10 fights, 15 fights, 20 fights.
Definitely. Stay through the losses, be through the up and down. But I think it's definitely worth it. You get a lot of rewarding things from it.
Yeah, so Yeah, no, it is worth it, and as I say, there's a lot of guys that have been around in the game for so long because we love it.
Yeah.
It's not just about it certainly isn't about the punching everybody, but let's go to the decision here.
A brutal match, a very even first bout for both these fighters, but the win this afternoon has gone to the red corner, Jaeg Estreich.
Red corner, he's just taken out. I reckon that would have been a very close on the judge's decision there.
He was definitely strong with his first couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Throwing those long shots.
Indeed, and maybe the first round or two got a few extra in for him, but Bailey could certainly hold his head high. He did a really good job, and I reckon that was a very, very tough decision. So well done to both fighters.
Yeah, no, that was definitely good.